Hey, what's up, guys? It's Camp Cut. Listen, today we're going to talk about the top 10 things I wish I knew about option when I first got started in the game. So let's get into it. Okay, so as a rookie trader, the first thing, that number one is buying deep out the money options. Most people buy deep out the money options because they're so much more affordable. Buying Apple at the money or in the money might cost you $500, but if I pick a strike price that's out, the option might only cost me $20, $30. If it go that direction, yes, you can make a lot of money, but most options expire worthless. Most of them. So buying an option and it's deep out the money, you need a big move to try to make any type of profit. So that's the number one. Buying deep out the money options is no good. It's not going to work out for you 95% of the time. Number two, now this is the big one, expiration. This is the thing. A lot of people like doing short expirations because it's cheaper. A lot of people like doing short expiration because they say, "Oh, I want to day trade this. Or I want to swing trade this. I don't need that much time." But you ever got in a stock and it went against you, you lost, and like 3, 4, 5 days later, or sometimes a week later, it go in your direction? Like a lot of times we're right, our thesis is right, but we don't give ourselves enough time. And again, people are just trying to buy these short expirations because it's cheaper. You know what I mean? Buying a 0 day option, you can make a lot of money. But if that stock don't go in your direction immediately, just know that option going to zero. Give yourself more time. Number three, theta. Theta. Theta is time decay. Theta is what is eating your contract every second that passes. A lot of people don't have no idea what theta is. Theta is one of the most important Greeks. So whenever you get in the option contract, see how much money you're losing. A lot of times people are doing these, say option contract expire on Friday, and somebody buy Tesla on Thursday. A lot of people don't know, time to market close, you're going to lose 20, 30% of your option just because time decay. So you got to pay attention to theta. Go to the Greeks, figure out what the theta is for the day, and then you got to keep in mind that, okay, just for me holding this contract, I probably lose 40%. Even if it's not going my direction, I'm going to lose 40%. You got to pay attention to theta. One of the most important Greeks, in my opinion. All right, number four. Number four is very important. A lot of people don't realize the economic calendar. What's the economic calendar? The economic calendar is big news events for the financial world. Either it might be PPI, CPI, FMOC, the Federal Reserve meeting, home builder, job report. You gotta realize what's going on in the market before you put your hard-earned money to work. You could be in a trade and everything going right, and you up a lot of money. Next you know the FOMC hit, some type of news event, a job report come out, and boom, your whole investment growing. Everything destroying because you wasn't aware of the FOMC. You wasn't aware of the job report. A lot of times I base my trades over these events. And it's very important because you literally lose everything not being aware of your surroundings. So yes, make sure you keep track of the economic calendar. Now listen, I'm guilty of this myself. Playing earnings. Now listen, I talked about this last week. Playing earnings is you literally rolling the dice. So playing earnings is when the company come over with their quarter report, and if it's good news, like they beat EPS, they got some good revenue, or they got some good guidance, some good things happening in the future. Yes, you can make a lot of money from all the volatility when people just coming in buying a stock. But the thing is this, I talked about this last week. There are three things you need for earnings. You need a good EPS, you need good guidance, and you need good revenue. If you get 2 out of 3, you lose. If you get 1 out of 3, you lose. You got to make sure all 3 is right in most cases. So playing earnings is really rolling the dice, and I don't recommend it because you can make a lot of money, but everything can go your way and you still lose. So playing earnings is something I would not buy calls on. But there is different strategies you can do. There are strategies like hedging yourself or by doing debit spreads or making yourself not so frugal to the outcome. You know what I mean? So playing earnings is definitely something I don't recommend for anybody. Number 6, buying options that have no liquidity. So a lot of times what happens is people will buy shares of a company that nobody really trading. Like nobody really interested. There's no open interest. What happens is you get in this contract, you might make money, you might not make money. But check this out, when you do make money, you're trying to sell it, guess what? Nobody's there to buy it. Nobody interested in buying that asset, and you stuck with it. And once you get stuck with it, you know what happened from there. You lose money. So always check the open interest. Always see how liquid that stock or option is. That's very important. Okay, number 7. And number 7 is obvious. I always preach this. I don't always buy call options. Call options is a good way to make money, a good way to make money on some type of speculation like earnings, or you think this company is going to do good because they got news coming out. But most options, you got a 30% chance of success. So I mean, you got a 66% chance of being wrong. So buying calls and puts is not my favorite strategy. Again, it has its place, but selling options and other strategies with buying calls and puts, combine them all together, that's a more balanced way of how to trade. But trading calls only, trading puts only, it's no good. Number eight. Number eight is pretty much entering the market at the wrong times. You know what I mean? So when you enter the market, especially with options, you want to make sure it's a lot of volatility. You want to make sure the stock swing your direction. You know, a lot of times the best time to buy options is pretty much between 9:45 and 11. Between 12 and 2, nothing's going on. Usually the market is flat most times. And then you get another spike of volatility like around like 3 to 4:30, depending if you got after hour trading for stocks, but options close at 4. So pretty much all I'm trying to say is people enter call options at the wrong time. You want to enter when there's a lot of volatility. You want to enter when there's a lot of open interest. You want to enter when a lot of people are trying to trade. So entering call options at 2 o'clock, knowing that the market is flat, that's bad timing. And if you're doing a 0-day option, just know by 4 o'clock, that option will be worth 0. Number 9, scalping and day trading. If you're trying to scalp and day trade only, which a lot of people are successful, but it's probably the hardest way to make money in the stock market because it takes a lot of focus, it takes a lot of concentration, it takes up a lot of time. Try to focus on not only just day trading, but how to build a well-balanced foundation for your portfolio. Even though if it's sleep option, buying stocks, doing cover calls, doing cash care push, doing credit spreads, all them things combined can make a great balanced portfolio. But if you're just going to be day trading and scalping only, because the issue is this: when people are scalping, you're taking a lot of money just to make a little bit. And the problem is this: a lot of people don't have good risk management. So if you don't have good risk management, getting in a trade for a lot of money and blowing up your account, there is no tomorrow. Let's talk more about risk management. And this is number 10. I'm going to let you guys go. The issue with risk management is a lot of people don't know how to read charts. A lot of people don't know how to control their emotions. A lot of people don't know the supply and demand. A lot of people don't know support resistance. Only thing people know is I seen a guy on Wall Street Bets made $10,000 off 13 cents. That's all people see. And the issue with this, when you actually day trading and swing trading, you're taking a lot of money and trying to scalp the market to make a little bit and compound that. The issue is this: is people will lose 100% of the money, right? Start all over. And then when they make a little bit of money, they cut their winners quickly. But how can you cut your winners quickly? How can you make 5% on your option, but when it's a losing trade, you lose 100%? It's impossible to be profitable like that. So risk management is the number one thing that everybody need to learn. You know, and everybody's personality is different. People trade off their personality. So you got to find out who you are. Because the option game, the stock game is you versus you. So you got to find out how can I be the best version of me with risk management. Once you figure it out, you be on your way. Okay, guys, there's the 10 things I wish I knew about the stock market before I got in the game. Now listen, I got a free Discord. If you want to join the Discord, the link should be right here. Right here. I don't know how to do all that. But listen, join the Discord. It's 100% free. I got a lot of people in there that know a lot about the stock market. A lot of free information, a lot of free content. Also got a TikTok, follow me on there. Of course, I got a YouTube channel, follow me on there. And also got a mentorship group. So if you want to trade with me, if you want me to actually hold your hand while you learn how to trade stocks, options, and tutor you how to be a successful trader, a profitable trader, hit me up. Fill in the application, and I'm always looking for new students. That's all I got for you guys. It's Camp Cut, and I'm out.